Welcome back to Cabbage Fishing, guys. Today we're going to be going over the Monster Bass Platinum series for the month of March. Guys, it comes in this clear bag, so I don't have to crack it open and see what's inside. Boy, I can see some good stuff in here, some stuff I've never seen before, and stuff I'm excited to try out myself. So we'll open this thing up, take a look at what's inside, and we'll talk about it. Here we go. So first, obviously, you got your little booklet in here. For this month, it says Top March Fishing Tips. And I took a look at this earlier, and I'm kind of curious to maybe take a look at this. Usually, I don't look at these too much. Yeah, just took a little glance at it, and I'm kind of curious to read more up about what's in there. But first up, we've got our Seeker 6 by Monster Bass. I don't know how well you guys will be able to see this being in the clear little plastic bag. But again, it's got this front little red hook, maybe to imitate wounded bait fish. But again, this is diving depth is 4 to 6 feet. And weight on that is ½ ounce. So we'll show you that. Again, that's Seeker 6 by Monster Bass. There we go. I don't know how well you guys have seen that with it being pretty reflective and whatnot. Sorry if I'm not seeing that too well. But there we go. That's our first one up. And next up, we've got Strike King. Strike King and Lose are my go-to. I love those two brands. But this is called the KVD Sexy Dog Junior. And again, this is a top water little walking bait. Is pretty clear. Yeah, pretty clear. Maybe some green in the head. And then on the back, it's obviously got the little info about it. And it says you can look up on Strike King with StrikeKing.com. Yep, StrikeKing.com for tips on how to fish specific lures that they have, whatnot. So if you want to take a look and read this, but again, this is their clear water minnow color. And so here we go on that. Alrighty. And next up, we've got ourselves some hooks. These are some must-add. This is Wacky Nico hooks. And again, this is a 2/0, and there are 4 in here. Yep, 4-pack. So take a look at those. Alrighty, and up for our next item, we got the it's always a tongue twister, Sixth Sense. But this is their Fiction Shad, and it's 2.8. And actually, I've just did a new monthly subscription to them, to Sixth Sense, for their little monthly fishing sack. But this lure here, bottom of it's got that clear belly, but then the top of it's got like a pinkish reddish color. So I'm not for sure if maybe that's supposed to imitate, as if it were wounded or whatnot. But here's these. And again, that's a 6-pack there. So there's that. And then next up, we got some trusty Yamamoto baits. This is their 3.5-inch scope shad, and they call it their electric shad. Again, this is an 8-pack in here. Let me go ahead and pop one of these out, because you ain't gonna be able to. If I'm gonna sit here and try to show you through the bag, we're not gonna get much accomplished. So here we go. Alrighty, boy, it's got some good action on there. So there's that. And again, this is a pack of 8 in here. Toss that back in there. Alrighty, and next up we've got our, I have, to be honest guys, I have never, one time in my life have I ever fished with this. So I can't tell you much about it other than what it says on the package. I have never once, whether it be micro, this one here is a micro. I'll tell you, it's a Lunker Hump Micro Spoon. I've never fished with any kind of spoon, so I couldn't even tell you how you're supposed to fish this. Absolutely nothing. They've got it's a 1/4 ounce and it's glow chartreuse color. Again, no idea, nor I don't really care to learn unless maybe somebody says, you know, hey, I mean, I'm catching fish left and right on that thing. You know, definitely don't count that out. Maybe if that's you and you love yourself some spoon fishing, maybe let me know in the comments and maybe I'll try it one of these days. Maybe if there's enough comments, enough people saying, hey, you gotta try that, maybe I will. Maybe see what the word's all about. But here you go on that. Again, it's a micro spoon chartreuse. That is a 1/4 ounce weight there. And then they call that their glow chartreuse. And last up is the Lunker Hunt. They call this their Hive Versa Toad. And there's not any kind of hooks in there. Usually a frog, whatnot, you've already got your hook in the frog. Take a look at this. It's also got some red flake in there. Maybe to imitate, I don't know. I was gonna say a wounded toad, but sometimes some toads have a little red in them. Haven't seen too many of them, but I think there are. But take a look at this, and boy, this thing's got, sitting here trying to hold it as still as I possibly can, and the legs are still moving on it, even though I'm holding it pretty still. Yeah, so these legs definitely got some action on them. And then obviously you got your ribbed body here, so that's gonna give you some action in the water, ribbed body, and then also these legs. Let's take a look at that. And that comes in a 4-pack. And again, that is the Lunker Hunt Hive Versa Toad. So I'll put that back in here. And guys, see, we've got our last 3 things, not fishing items per se. Put this back in. I always struggle with this. Let's see if it's quick. Nope. Spoke too soon. All right, there we go. Put it back in the plastic properly. Don't want to get any plastics misshaped. There we go. So as always, we've got Monster Bass sends their little stickers and golden ticket in here. So let's set the golden ticket to the side and show you these stickers. This month, obviously being March, a little St. Patty's Day, little fish. He's got a little St. Patty's hat on and a little cold brewski in his hand. Let's take a look at that one. And the other sticker, it says, keep reeling the good vibes. So it's almost a mountain setting with but it's also a fish. So there's that. And again, we mentioned it last month, that they, again, I had taken 6 months off just with dealing with some family stuff. So I don't know exactly when it was that they switched over to these bags. The other older bags had the zipper that would come over from the side, top, and then kind of back down a little bit on the other side. But this is just a square bag and only zipper here on the top. So who knows, maybe I might swap out my other bag, try this one out. But yeah, we'll curious to see on that. But again, stay tuned for the tongue twister, 6 cents, 6 cents bags that we've got coming in. That's a monthly subscription to those. So those are going to be coming in pretty soon, here within the next day or so. And then we'll get a video out on that. But stay tuned for that. But also, guys, we've got a huge giveaway that's going to be coming up. I don't know of any channels this small as we are right now. Also, we're at 99 subscribers. So hey, hit that subscribe button. Help us hit 100. But we'll hopefully hit 100 soon, within the next day or so. We're at 99 now, but we've got a huge giveaway. I don't think a channel this size has ever done, that I know of. Never has any channel of this size done a giveaway this big. And you'll just have to stay tuned for the next few videos to wait till we give the update on that. But other than that, obviously a pretty good bag this month. It seems that as time goes on, just they're upping their game. And I'm excited for the stuff that's in for this month. But if you haven't got yourself a Monster Bass subscription, go ahead and order yourself one and try them out and see what you think. But other than that, thanks for tuning in. And again, stay tuned for the exciting news coming up, and hope to see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.